Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. We just got finished watching the Super Bowl. I did my fireside chat. We and Michael, shout out to Michael Anthony Fitness, helping me get everything cleaned up. Said goodbye to my boys, DMV and Daniel,
Hey, we'll see
and
DMV on Friday.
yeah, we'll see DMB on Friday and stuff. My belly is completely filled to the rim. And starting tomorrow, well, get up in the morning. We got a lot of racks to work on, and I'm going to start getting back on keto. So, no more carbs, no more sugar, and hopefully, we're going to get rid of some of this football season weight and get in shape until next football season. But I came back on here because I want to go through something real quick here because I'm getting a lot of text messages and Facebook messages and things talking about Pat Mahomes and also Dak Prescott. Because I got people that were saying things like, I'm beginning to think that a $40 million quarterback isn't going to win you Super Bowls, and you don't need it. Tom Brady ain't making $45 billion like Pat Mahomes. Pat Mahomes lost the game. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy that doesn't understand the whole game. I'm not saying Pat Mahomes had a great game because I'm not. Pat Mahomes definitely had an injury, and I know what the Dak haters are going to say. You're just making excuses. Okay. First of all, you can't make, as a quarterback, a guy catch the ball. You can put it where it needs to go. It can be right in his hands. Once that ball leaves your hands, there's nothing you can do about it as a quarterback. It is now what that receiver does. Now, there were some passes Pat Mahomes made that were high today, and that's probably because of the turf toe and things. I'm not taking him out of the blame on this. But if you look solely and say Pat Mahomes lost this game and not the Kansas City Chiefs, then you don't understand football. Kansas City's offensive line was atrocious. That looked like our offensive line the beginning part of the season when Tyron Smith first stopped playing and Terrence Steele, as an undrafted rookie free agent, was playing his first couple of games in the NFL. When you're running for your life, and make no mistake, Pat Mahomes was running and trying to do everything he could, you can only do so much. He would make a play and get out of there, and somehow magically, I don't know how, in some of these awkward ass positions, that he's making these plays on here and his receivers. It may not be a perfect pass, but understand your quarterback is in distress. You got to make those plays. Then you had the most amount of penalties called on a team in the first half in any Super Bowl. In 55 Super Bowls, there has never, ever in a half of football been 95 yards worth of penalties called. To put that in perspective, that was the sixth most amount of penalties in any game just in the first half. It's hard to overcome those things. And then, of course, there's the turnovers. They had quite a few turnovers. Some of them were Pat Mahomes' fault, some of his players' fault. And the third thing was your defense could not stop them. And so collectively, this team lost the game. They couldn't protect Pat Mahomes. Pat Mahomes running for his life on a bad wheel, throwing passes under distress without being able to step into it, receivers dropping the ball, penalties being called left and right. Some of those ones, that unnecessary roughness was about as bullshit. That one is about as bad as a couple years ago when they got an unnecessary roughness call on Tom Brady where a guy literally went like this. That's as hard as it was on Tom Brady, and he got a first down and 15 yards. And as I look at this game, the Kansas City Chiefs look completely flat. And I don't know if that's because you're playing Tampa Bay at home. You just flew into the Super Bowl last night, after having your coach's son, your linebacker coach, in a tragic situation where it's not looking good. If that was deflation, or if Kansas City just figured, we got this. But for whatever reason, this game was lost as a team. Make no mistake about it. A quarterback can do miraculous things that can help a team win, but he can't do it all on his own. And if you believe that a quarterback alone is the be all end all, or if you believe that, some people are saying, oh, well, he couldn't get yards in garbage time. There's a misconception on garbage time where people will say, oh, it's garbage time. Garbage time would be, I'm taking my starters out. I'm sitting them on the bench. I'm playing a prevent defense. I'm putting like 2 pass rushers on there. And I'm putting everybody at the goal line. That's not what happened in this game. You saw Tom Brady still, with only a couple minutes left, lighting the ball down the field. They did not take their foot off the pedal. And in most games in the NFL, I don't know too many teams that take their foot up off the pedal. It's bullshit. And one final thing on that whole garbage time thing that you swear that Dak Prescott does. Any team that does not play the game against the Cowboys, knowing that Dak Prescott scores a lot of points when they're down and can bring them back, then you're fools. They're still trying to stop you. They're not putting a prevent defense out there and saying, we're just going to run the clock out. That's bullshit. And that's the uneducated fans out there that are just kind of talking smack. To think that people are trashing Pat Mahomes off of one game, it just mystifies me. It just mystifies me. But then again, I guess I should understand that because the love-hate, or should I say just the straight-up hate that there is for Dak Prescott. Because no matter what you do, you can end up being in the conference championship game 2 years in a row, go to the Super Bowl and win it, have a fantastic season, get to the Super Bowl, and fall a little bit short, and all of a sudden you're a bum and don't deserve to be paid? Come on, man. Let's get real up in here. This is not fantasy football that you can just up and trade and, that one guy's going to make the difference. And for my team, I can tell you right now, what the Tampa Bay Buccaneers did was they reinforced everything that I know. That pressure up the middle is deadly, because I've seen Tom Brady be just as bad as Pat Mahomes against the Giants and the Eagles when they were able to put pressure up the middle. It's football, man. Nobody wins them all. Nobody. All right, I hope you guys have a great night. I'm going to go to bed here. Mike's going to get back to his videos. He's like, come on, Dad. I'm trying to see my videos here and stuff. But I appreciate you guys, and I will see you guys in the morning, which will be in a few hours. Peace.